Today we get to experiment with some continuous lighting, and Jan is back and we're so excited to have him back again.
Today's going to be fun. We've all dabbled with continuous lighting a little bit, but it's never any of our primary mode of working.
Occasionally we break out a softbox or some kind of hot light, some sort of continuous light.
I personally love the look and feel of natural light, but sometimes when you get yourself into a little bit of a bind and either it's one of those days where the sun's just not going to come out, or you have to work in a location that not necessarily dictates natural light, you got to be a little bit inventive.
We don't have a real agenda, nothing groundbreaking to learn, just experimenting. Sometimes you don't get enough opportunities to do that on your own.
Go indoors, whip out those lights, and play.
Well, we're here at the beautiful linen building.
Very cool.
And today we're going to work on using some continuous lights. Westcott was nice enough to provide us with some spider lights, and we've got some soft boxes. So today we're either going to shoot entirely with artificial light or use the artificial light in conjunction with the natural light to balance the shot. How you guys feeling?
Awesome.
Very excited. It's just beautiful.
How are you feeling about this location?
I love it.
I love that it's 101 years old.
I didn't even know that.
I found out.
I think we've got a lot of potential here. We're going to bring out the owner, David Hale. Thank
Hi,
you so
David.
much for letting us shoot here.
Sure.
Hi, David.
Hi, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Hi, David.
How are ya?
Nice to meet you.
Hi, David.
I think we're all really impressed and excited with the space here. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
The building was built in 1910 as a laundry facility and operated as a laundry facility until 1999.
Oh, wow.
Sat vacant for about 5 years, and in 2005, I succeeded in purchasing it to redevelop it into this event center that it is today.
We've got some great styling already going on. I think we're going to kind of split up, scout our locations, choose our spots, and get shooting.
Great.
Thank you so much again
Yeah.
for having us.
Yeah, have a
thank
great time
you.
here.
Thank you.
All right, let's do it. All right, so we're here at the Linen Building, and we're going to work on our continuous lighting episode, and I got to say, I'm really excited about it. We just had a look around, and we're going to get some great photos. I think it's going to be a little more dramatic, a little more moody than what we've shot. I just want to talk about a couple of things you take into consideration when you're shooting film with continuous light versus digital. Obviously on digital, you choose your white balance. Light has different color temperatures that's measured in degrees Kelvin, and you set your camera accordingly. With film, it doesn't work that way. The white balance is built into the film. Most color films are daylight balanced, meaning it's balanced for blue sunlight. There are some tungsten balanced films, but there's not very many anymore, and they're slower and expensive and rare. So generally you're working from a starting point of daylight balanced film. If you're shooting under tungsten light and you want it to look correct, you're going to use a color correction filter. But today what we're going to do is actually mix some of the light sources. We have some continuous lights with daylight balanced bulbs that we're going to be using. But for one of my shots, I'm going to be shooting here, balancing it with these tungsten balanced bulbs. I did a quick test Polaroid when we got in. And as you can see, there's a lot of different color temperatures of the light. Now, normally this isn't ideal. I wouldn't say not ideal. Sometimes this isn't what you're going for if you're just going for a pretty portrait or accurate colors, but you can use it to your advantage. As you can see, the lighting looks really moody and contrasty. So we're just gonna play that up in our images, get some dramatic styling and use the light that we have to our advantage. And we're not gonna make it a problem, we're gonna make it an asset.
Also, T has some good news that she wants to share.
I'm with child. And it's a Nikon F100. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I'm gonna pick up the camera and shoot today. Yeah. I mean, after I get these beautiful girls ready. And I think what's really cool too is we had 2 models today, and then one of our assistants walked in and we're like, ah! So Miss Sarah's been thrown into the mix. She is lovely, and our other girls are lovely. So I'm having a lot of fun getting creative with their styling, and then I'll get to capture it a little bit too. So,
All right, you're gonna be the dual threat today.
yeah, double trouble.
All right,
Heck yes.
let's get to it.
All right.
So today we're gonna be shooting continuous light. I personally don't really like soft boxes and this kind of light, but luckily here we have a stage and we have some strong spotlights here, and that's what I want to use. For me, it's like I love available light, but when I choose artificial light, I like strong light. I like this look of Hollywood, like in the 40s, 50s. So that's what I'm trying to recreate here. Our beautiful model Sara is also one of the assistants here. We just recruited. So what I want to do actually is like put her on the stage, and I will use black and white film. So I have Fuji Neopan 400 in here, and I have it like in a 35 and in a 6x7. And what the look I want to have is like that everything's really dark. Just have like this beautiful figure illuminated by the light, and the rest should be more or less dark and quite high contrast. Maybe a bit of grain as well, to give like a bit like an old school timeless feel to it. And I think this might work out quite well, and we'll see. Beautiful, looks really nice. If you turn your face a bit lower, beautiful. Yeah, just look to your feet. Looks nice. Yeah, a bit higher with your face, a little bit higher. Yeah, beautiful. Awesome. If you take one of your hands and put it like, yes, beautiful. Put it a bit further backwards, yes. And look more downwards, and look to the ground. Go a bit straighter, yeah. Looking downwards. Pick the other hand up as well, like have them both. Beautiful. Turn your face a bit more straight, a bit more downwards. If you turn it all the way over there. A bit lower. Beautiful. Maybe if you take the hands and together like an. Yes, that's nice. Beautiful. Really nice. Okay, sad that. Keep on looking. Beautiful. If you take one of your hands again sort of to your face, look very sad. Yeah. Your hand a bit more backwards.
Okay. How you feeling, Mamacita?
Great. I'm ready.
Just take a few deep breaths. And then you're here, right? So take both of your hands and like cup them in and just pull, yeah, your leg like this, right?
Okay.
And, yep. And then you can put your other hand over.
Do you want the skirt
Just like
over
that,
it?
yep. No, you can put the, yeah, just like that. And yeah. And then I want you sort of rounding your back, leaning forward, and keep your face like straight here.
Okay.
That direction. Yep. And that's all I want for now. Let your head come up and close your eyes. Ooh, pretty. Stretch out your face like this. Okay, stay right there.
When eyes open or closed?
No, just close your eyes, baby. So you're almost pushing forward. It's like this energy still, it's in your back and it's in your face. Just let it all go. So look at me. So it's not, you don't have to freeze. You don't have to feel like you have to hold anything. I want there to be a little bit of movement in it. Yes, like that. Beautiful, Sarah. Hold that. Gorgeous. Don't move. Don't move, Sarah. Breathe in. right there, or not with your leg like that. Ooh. Now take your hand, your right hand. No, don't come out, don't come out. Just take your right hand and bring it up. Turn it up. Stay right there. Gorgeous. Now, Sara, you're here. Don't move anything, just bring your head up. Last night we had amazing conversations, and it's really just cool to see that we're not alone in how we feel, and we're all just alike. At the end of the day, no matter how much confidence you seem like you have or whatever, we're all just the same. We're all scared. We're artists. We're so passionate. We care about our work so much and how it's perceived and how we're perceived, and I think that it's refreshing to know and just kind of be validated again that we are all human and we're all just scared. We're all terrified for the next shoot. I think that as artists, we care about it so much that it does freak us out. And a lot of times I don't even like to pick up my camera unless I'm actually on a job, because when you do, you pick up the camera, I put on my photographer hat, and you become like so focused on everything that's going on around you, and it's like composition and am I cropping right and this and that, and sometimes it's just it's really refreshing to not have to do that, just spend time with my kids and be with my family and be the mom. I'm here with Classy Cassie. She's one of our fabulous models today. And I'm so excited because just everything that Tia has done to style her so like classically just really suits the type of lighting that we have to work with today, which is really cool. Basically, I really don't have a plan at this point in time, and that's pretty common for me to not know until right in the moment. But I know the challenge is to use some lighting, continuous lighting. And so what I'm probably gonna do is just walk her around a little bit, have her try some different things, and then imagine in my head how the light will fill in around her, and then start shooting when I feel like it's the right thing. Today we're gonna shoot a little bit of 35 millimeter. I'm gonna shoot a little bit of black and white. I think we're working with Neopan 100. Also going to shoot a little bit of Contact 645. We have some Fuji 400 Pro film, and then also going to shoot the RZ67. And probably in that I'll do a little bit of black and white and a little bit of color and kind of mix it up. A little bit of Neopan 400. I think we have some of that today, so.
All right, my time has come. I've been watching Jan and Tanya take some beautiful shots, and now I have the lovely Kelsey Tia has done some ridiculously amazing styling. And we're gonna start shooting. I wanna try and mix a few of the light sources, maybe use some of these tungsten Christmas lights mixed with the daylight light bulbs. We're gonna go for a moody shot. You ready to get started?
Yeah.
Me too. Let's do it. Hitting you with the lights. Oh, wow, I like that shadow on your face. I'm gonna use the softbox though, I think, so. Man, I want to get some really drama stuff. I'm loving it. Watch your back. I don't want to take you out. So, if you'll still stand kind of this side, just right over here, I'm gonna, yeah, that's getting really cool. And I love your posture, how you're just kind of hanging, just like almost scary like. But I'm gonna raise this up a little bit. Yeah. That's just perfect. Yeah, it's gonna be great. You ready?
Yeah.
The first shot we're gonna do is just gonna be kind of like that, almost, just kind of how you were hanging, like almost kind of hanging forward a little bit, just kind of serious expression. Yeah, I want to go for something really, really dramatic. So. Ooh, I like that. A little bit lower. I'm just gonna have to fine tune the light a little bit, just because some of the hair is sometimes blocking the light. So we'll just maybe be doing some real small head moves. Ooh, and maybe we'll do a shot where you put your hands in your hair. That almost looked awesome right there.
Almost.
Okay, I think I'm ready to get one. You ready? I've got a camera over there. Let me just get some meter readings and we'll get going. They're gonna look awesome. Awesome. 280 to 16. Perfect. You ready?
Yeah.
Me too. Yep. So just exactly how you're standing, almost just kind of hunched forward with your hands just dangling, just like that. Yep. And then if you'll move your head just up and to the side that much, that's perfect. We'll get you with these. I love that. That's great. Awesome. It's going to be so great. I'm just going to get a tighter headshot of that same thing. Oh, yeah, just right at me. Real intense. Bring your chin out just a little bit. Right there. Oh, wow. That looks awesome. Anyone just a little bit lighter? Same thing. Last night, after we got back, it was another one of those days. We'd been cold and tired. It was amazing, but it was a long day. And Tanya and Tia and Jan and I just sat around the table for 2 or 3 hours and had one of the more amazing conversations of my entire life. We kind of just started out by talking about what everyone on the crew and the AP, the associate producers, and everyone has been doing, how people have been working their brains out for, long hours or no money, or just to be here, just to help and just to watch, and how amazing that felt to us, and also the kind of pressure that we were feeling from that we can recognize the passion in other people and how much they care about it. And we feel that too, and how we just wanted to give as much as we could to acknowledge that gift that we're giving. I mean, that gift that we've been receiving of everyone's time and effort, and make it worth everybody's while. We're doing this because we're so passionate about it. And it's more than just photography. It's a lot more than that. When I found photography, or photography found me, it wasn't a fun hobby or a pastime or something to work on in my spare time. I mean, I found it in the darkest place I've ever been. I mean, when I found photography, I was suicidal. It was a slow process, but over a period of years, it kind of saved my life. Like, it became my means of communication. I mean, since kindergarten, I've been a terrified, timid, anxiety, depression-ridden kid. And I don't need anybody to feel bad for me. I mean, everyone gets a hand that they're dealt. Some of it's chemical, some of it's genetic, some of it's situational. And that's just who I am. But when I found photography, it just became this instant, like, outpouring of trying to connect with something, trying to connect with myself, trying to express how I felt, trying to relay that to another person. And I've always been so awkward with people that I haven't had very many of those conversations in person. And to find a medium, the cliche is that a picture is worth 1,000 words, but to really see that in effect, to work on something and create something and end up with a product that, at least to me, was expressing something that I was going through, is just crazy. Like, it was so cathartic. And instead of thinking, oh, this is fun, I like playing with this, I mean, it went from I had never taken a picture in my entire life to I did nothing else with my entire life in a period of like 7 days. And it hasn't stopped. When you think about those pieces of art that affect you the most, the movies or the songs that get you emotional and really change you, as a viewer, it's a powerful experience. But to take on the responsibility of being the person that's going to try and create that for someone else, you have to confront a lot of stuff about yourself. If you want to convey images about love or terror or stress or heartache or separation or joy or whatever that is, you're really going to have to come to terms with what those things mean to you. And you're going to have to confront them daily to be able to try and put that into your work. And when you're trying to help someone improve in art or photography, people who are so passionate, and they're coming to you, it's intimidating because there is this level. Photography is so inexorably tied to gear because there is a scientific element to it. You're dependent on a complicated piece of machinery and science and chemistry to be able to express what you want, so the gear will never not be an issue, because without it, there wouldn't be photography. That's always the default reaction, always like the default situation that you go to when you're first helping someone improve is like, well, this is what lenses do, this is aperture, this is shutter speed. But then, when you find those artists you admire and you read their quotes, there's always that element of, your gear doesn't matter. And of course it does to be able to make the images, but what they're trying to relate to is all the gear is going to do is capture what's there, but it's up to the artist to put the interpretation on it. The harder you work, the more honest with yourself you have to be, and part of that is terrifying. When you want to start taking those next steps, it's not just getting better at your gear, because you can get as good as you need to be with your gear in a couple of months, but the journey to be more honest with yourself and express that more freely and have your work have greater impact, that's a lifelong commitment to confronting all those issues. I guess honestly, I'm feeling exceptionally blessed right now. My instinct is to use the word lucky, but I guess it's kind of been the culmination of a series of events. Last night, I got to sit down in a beautiful house with great food with 3 artists that I admire beyond words and have a 3-hour conversation about truth and beauty and life and fear. And it was just incredible. There's these people that you only relate to through their work because, that's all you see. And you tend to form these preconceptions about them, like, well, I know how they are. And to get to sit down with someone and just talk about life, humanize each other and see where you're coming from is so powerful. And I want to be able to convey some of that through this show, that photography is awesome and it's fun to learn about and fun to do, but it's not an end, it's a means to an end, and the end is honesty and friendship and interpersonal connection and some higher power giving you a tool to be able to work on the stuff you want to be able to change your life and the life of people around you for the better. And that's a way bigger issue than photography. It's so intimidating to try and teach photography because of what it has been to me the past 4 years. It hasn't been like, I mean, it's been so fun, but it's been such a survival mechanism. I haven't been shooting for money, and I haven't been trying to be successful, and I'm honestly terrified of trying to make money because of what it has been to me. I mean, it's been survival. It's been coping with terror. It's been 26 years of I have no idea how to relate to another human being. And then all of a sudden you get this magic box and it's permission to talk to people, and it's a license to deal with this in a creative way. It's your free pass to deal with it. That's so crazy how valuable that can be beyond photography is fun or what it can do. I mean, that's why it's so intimidating for me to try and teach it, because it's not fun. It's like a lifesaver. I don't know, it's a lot. It's powerful, and it can be. And the knowledge of how powerful it can be and what you can do with it is intimidating, but encouraging. Like Tanya and Tia and Jan, they have a lot of amazing traits and so much inside them to share. And photography isn't the culmination of that or the greatest thing they have to offer. It's the vehicle for what amazing people they are and the impact that can have on other people's lives and the impact it had on my life. I mean, it's not photography, it's people. And photography is the vehicle, and it's an amazing one. And I love that about it. I love it.
Yeah, you know, as I've said, I get a little reluctant to pick up the camera sometimes, just like there's that little voice of fear that tries to lie to me and tell me that, I don't know, I'm a bozo or something, which, you know, it's half truth. It's funny because for about 6 years I shot all the time and was never scared until that one day that bad thing happened. And then that little, I don't know, that little voice of fear got, a little seed got planted, and I guess I've been watering it. So maybe today I'll pull the weeds, pick up the camera. Okay, today I will pick up the camera. Forget about the maybe. Okay, I'll do it. Okay, I'm gonna go do it. So I guess it's my turn, which sucks. I'm nervous, but whatever, I'll do it. Lately, I didn't used to. That's what makes me so mad. It's like, I can't even think straight.
Sure, I know how you feel. I haven't been at my most confident show either.
The light comes through her hair, and then we could front light her with, I don't know, something else. A flashlight for all I care. Just get me out of here.
We can backlight her.
I don't know why this happens. Okay, you go stand in front of the window. Let's just see how the light looks through your hair.
I think I've learned so much just through the process of not even the stuff I came here to learn, you know. Yes, I wanted to learn how to do flash photography with film. And yes, I wanted to learn from people that I really respect their work and watch how they work. And all of that, but more than all of that, like I really, what I'm going to take away from this is the relationships that have been built and the realization that, you know, we're kind of all in the same place, no matter where we are in our walk, in our career, no matter where we are in our course. We all kind of have the same fears. We all kind of have the same desires. And it's just good to know that I'm not alone in all of those things.
Ooh, yeah. It's pretty. And use your hands to just push the. Yeah. I'm such a sorry.
And probably a lot of those things you guys feel too. And
Yeah. I like how the curtains are lighting her face. Is that continuous light? It's
Do you want to see what it looks like the softbox, just like
yeah, let's
back
just
a ways?
front light her with a little, yeah, just a little bit, or maybe a little from the side.
I think it's just a blessing that we get to do what we do, and this whole process has been such a blessing to me. Just, I feel so lucky.
But mostly I just, mostly I love the sun coming through and your chin comes out.
I just feel really blessed. It's amazing to see like all these people come together and just care so much and be, you know, just the spirit of this project has been amazing.
I think it's gonna be like thigh up because I don't know, there's cars parked right behind her.
Can I block it somehow?
But they'll be blown out.
Yeah, they will be blown out. Actually, you're right in front of the wheel right there, which is, and then, ooh, it's pretty right here too.
That's why I asked if you wanted 35. You can shoot that.
I just might, G. I just might. Stay right there. That's so pretty. Let your chin just slightly jet towards me, like you're just, almost like you're just inhaling your breath. And go ahead and inhale. Oh, pretty. That's pretty, T.
You took your first picture, T.
Yeah. Go ahead and get into sort of that little dreamy mode with your face. Let me just see what happens. Push. And just push them like you're just, ooh, stay right there for a second. And chin up, 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 up. Ooh, pretty. Open just a little bit. And I love when your head kind of, yeah, beautiful right there. And chin, even more, yeah, beautiful. Ooh, that was a pretty one. Like hit the curtain more so than just using your, yeah, it kind of push it, yeah, just hit it, yes, like that. But you need to look really fierce still.
Even though the weight of what we're doing sometimes is on my mind a lot, that it is also amazing what can be accomplished. A year ago, I was shooting to distract myself that I didn't really like anything about my life. And last night, I spent 3 hours in an amazing mansion overlooking a city, having one of the best conversations of my life with artists that I admire and new friends. So I don't want to make it sound like it's not worth it, because what you can get out of it is what you're willing to put into it. I'll confess I have a few moments where I wonder how that'll look on film, and sometimes that happens. You have any of those today, Jan?
Yeah, all the time.
Let's try this. See what happens.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's part of the fun.
part of the
Part
fun.
of the fun. Exactly. Yes.
I'm just excited because I know that, like, at the end of the day, I love taking pictures, but it's not the picture taking that I love so much. It's more like the adventure of the photo shoot process and making people that we work with come in contact with them and making them feel cared about and beautiful and loved. And you know, there's a lot of other things that I want to do in my lifetime outside of photography.
There's no end of art. You can't get to 100% good. Art is about that journey of growing and learning and progressing, and that doesn't end in this lifetime. And when you get passionate about that, it's like saying, I know that if I work super hard for 40 years, at the end of that 40 years, I'm going to realize how much more is possible that I could still do. So it's such a worthwhile, satisfying, fulfilling, rewarding process, but it's also that commitment to knowing you're never going to be satisfied with your work.
I have to say, the styling and the makeup and the models today was just out of this world. I mean, I was just like so inspired to shoot. It didn't care about available light or continuous light, but the models, really nice.
Awesome, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good at that for sure.
Very,
Other
very good.
stuff, I get all weirded. Okay, God, this is annoying. Okay.
That's all right. That's part of it. Shooting scares me too. I still haven't gotten to the point where I'm not a little bit nervous when I'm shooting.
It's not even like the shooting, the directing, the having a vision, all that. I'm complete. Like, always see pictures in my head. It's just I get intimidated about all the little numbers and stuff. Like a math test or something. It's like there's gonna be a test on Friday, and I'm not gonna remember.
Photography, for me, is not about any of that. It's not about the equipment or the camera or, you know, the fastest lens. The f-stops, that's not what photography is about to me.
And the better you are, maybe the less satisfied you're going to be. And talking to Tia and Tanya and Jan last night, whose work for me is 100% perfect. You know, it's there. That's what they are. It's perfect. And I knew, but then you hear them talk about it, and they're at some level of where I am, where they're like, my gosh, do you know how much better I could do? Do you know how much more I could bring to this? How much better I could be? And I guess when you're looking up to people, we've talked a lot about comparison and how valueless that is, because it's not where you are in the journey, it's which direction you're headed. Because it can't be about where you are, because you can never get to the end. So if it's about where you are, you'll never be there. But if it's about which direction you're heading and what you're working on and what it means to you, that's where you can be fulfilled, even where you're not where you want to be.
It's more about like the connection with the people and, you know, the characters we get to meet along the way, and how every single person that we come in contact with and photograph, they change us and they change our lives and they add to it.
I don't mean to bring like the whole energy down. It was gorgeous. Everything was beautiful. I was very happy with the girls and the styling and the wardrobe that we all chose, and you know.
You gave us a lot of amazing stuff to work with today, for sure.
Thanks.
And the
Yeah,
looks were
that's
so different too. I was really amazed at how you could do two completely different vibes almost at the same time. We had the like 40s, 50s looking outfit, and then the like whatever the other one is, crazy
70s and then
70s
sort of
looking
like a-
outfit.
Yeah.
ballerina.
Yeah. And the models were awesome. They just
Yeah, they were
like,
perfect.
clicked in and pulled it off, and it was beautiful.
That's pretty much what we're put on the earth to do, is to love each other and help each other. You know, sometimes at the house you see Ryan and he's definitely growing. You know, he's trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure out what photography is to him and what it means. And it's really awesome to see how it's just changing his life, not just his work, but his life. And that's what this is all about.
It's not just a journey of suffering and realizing not how good you are or how good you're not. That if you let it and you put enough into it, it can change your life because it's changing mine.
I love working with like one softbox and stuff. It's awesome. I think it's really cool. Generally, if you don't have really fast film, you have to shoot with whatever you have, and if it's like 400 or under, it makes you a little nervous because you are dealing with slower shutter speeds. And because I hate tripods and I love handheld, like I was forced to put one of the Bertha on the tripod because there's no way I can hand hold that sucker.
That is important to wake up every day and recommit to, because if any of us want, we can remember that Richard Avedon is better than any of us will ever be. So there's that. But, you know, I never got to have a conversation with him. I'd be willing to bet he felt the same thing.
Even when I was shooting my Nikon and, you know, shooting at like a 30th of a second, it always makes you a little nervous that you're not going to get a sharp picture. So it's kind of like a little bit of just doing it and a little bit of praying that you didn't screw it up.
When you had your big RZ67 on the tripod and you knew you couldn't really move it that much, did you feel like it allowed you to focus even more on the directing since you knew you weren't going to be doing any camera moves?
To be honest, Ryan, I direct like so over anyways, so no, but but it was I mean, it is kind of nice once you get it, but it actually kind of frustrates me because I want to go in, I want to shoot these different angles, and I can't. I'm like just limited. So actually, it kind of just frustrates me.
All right.
To have to use a tripod.
Frustration. That's what we learned.
Okay, the guys had a great day. The girls are frustrated.
Guys win. Don't compare yourself. Evaluate where you are and head in a better direction. And that's all you can do every day.
All film was provided by Fujifilm, and a special thanks to Richard Photolab for processing all images in this episode. Like the music? Special thanks to Triple Scoop Music. Frame Network giveaways are brought to you by B&H. Head to giveaways.framenetwork.com for your chance to win. Find out more about the equipment used in this episode on framenetwork.com.